I told Satan, get thee behind. Victory today is mine.
Oh,
Joy is mine. Joy is mine.
joy is mine.
Woo! That is literally how we are going to start today's episode of the pod. Y'all, the PK pod is live. We have a very, very super califragilisticexpialidocious is what I was, the word I was attempting to say.
Yeah.
It didn't quite do, but y'all know what I meant. We have one of one. We have the very beautiful, the very talented Miss Krista Campbell at the pod.
Hey. Thank you, Jazz. It's so sweet.
Y'all, Krista's here. Now listen, I'm gonna try not to be in my emo feelings because I literally have watched Krista grow up.
Yeah.
From a little girl who would just request almond milk and all the things. And she was so cute and such a joy to be around. And you still are.
Thank you.
Like, we're so excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Okay, we're going to get into it.
All right.
So this is tea time
Okay.
with Krista. So Chris, you are the daughter of two legends.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I'd be remiss not to state the obvious. Obviously, super producer Warryn Baby Dub Campbell, big bro, and the first lady, the classiest, the sassiest, the prettiest, the most sanguineous, Erica Campbell.
Yep.
You have two heavy hitters as parents.
Yeah.
So I'd be remiss not to play this game with you. Mm-hmm. We're calling this segment Disney Worship.
Okay.
We want you to choose a song that is a Disney song that can translate as worship.
Okay. You know what song?
What is your song?
The Climb
The
from the Miley Cyrus movie. That song has God on it. That song, I can almost see it. That dream I'm dreaming. There's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My world is shaking. She said my faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. It's always gonna be another mountain. That's a worship song.
When I tell you,
That's a worship song.
let me find out Miley saved. Let me find out Miley has been to a black church.
She probably was.
Because she's basically saying you don't know my story.
Pretty much.
Because the climb,
It's the climb.
because I've had some good days. I've had some heels to what? To
Climb.
Come on, somebody.
Come
Oh, that's good, Chris. We love the climb. What else? You got another one?
I'm trying to think. Earlier we mentioned part of your world. I don't know if that's, I guess you could say, look, I want to be part of the world. I want to be part of your world, Lord. I want to be part of your world, Lord. Maybe.
Not
up
this
where they
world.
walk, up where they run. They play all day in the sun, wandering free. Maybe.
Wish I could.
Could be part of your world.
It all
Maybe.
translates, because this is a world of believers. That's what we'll do. We'll say it's a world of believers.
It's a world of believers. That's
Y'all, Disney Worship with Krista Campbell.
good. Thank you.
Okay, so Chris, you are in college right now.
Yes, I am.
You are at Spelman.
I am.
Period. Like, come on, HBCU.
All the way.
How does it feel? How does a California girl end up in Atlanta, Georgia?
It was absolutely an adjustment. To be honest, school was not the plan for me originally. Just because I had started, doing background work and I started writing and stuff. I'm thinking, okay, I'll stay here and I'll just start, maybe I'll start touring, maybe something like that. And I won't say it fell in my lap, but I think my mom just reminded me of you should go to school, get a degree, all this stuff. And they kind of, I won't say my parents gave me an ultimatum, but they kind of gave me an ultimatum.
Gave you a little nudging.
Yeah, because they wanted me to experience the college, to have the college experience, but also just to get my discipline up that way. I know how to sing and all that stuff, but I think college kind of adds a different level of okay, be here at this time, all these things. You learn that through school, and so I think that's something that I definitely needed to move forward in my career. And so I'm glad that I went. And yeah, no, I love it. It's a really, really great school. The Spelman Sisterhood is no joke. And yeah, it's a really good experience.
I love this for you. I have to say, when I went to college many, many moons ago, I don't know if you can see the gray hair, but they're there. I think college was literally my foundational, leveling.
Yeah.
It taught me how to literally form my own relationship with God. Because all I knew was my father's church in Lancaster, and that's all we knew. When I got to college, it was okay, I'm going to a Christian university. Shout out to ORU. I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, wow.
Learning that it's the Bible Belt for the first time. I don't even know what that means.
Right.
What does this mean? And then having to now figure out what my faith looks like in college. When I tell you culture shock,
man,
on 1,000, I remember going to a church that was literally walking distance because I didn't have my car the first couple of years. And I remember being in there and they're singing, you called me out upon the waters.
Oh, Lord.
And I was literally where is when I think about Jesus?
Where are the tambourines out?
I started crying, and it wasn't because I was worshiping. I literally was grieving. I was I don't know what to do. This isn't the church. I don't know. Is there going to be in my church? How do I get my church? I was a fish out of water, Chris. I literally felt like I needed to leave college. I literally felt like I didn't know what to do in my life because I wasn't exposed to different forms of Christianity.
Yeah.
And so I'm super grateful for college because it allowed me to diversify my faith, understand that everybody's Christian journey doesn't look the same. The black church experience isn't the same as literally the white church experience. Yeah. And that gospel isn't the same as CCM. It literally was so fundamental to me navigating adulthood. And I'm curious if you're having similar experiences. It'll be different though because you're in Atlanta where there are all the black churches. But it's still not your foundational church. Did you feel conflicted at all?
I was, funnily enough, I was actually kind of resistant to find a church home only because I had been we started Cali worship when I was maybe about 11 years old. And I think I just was kind of scared to go to a new church where I didn't know anybody and I didn't know if I wanted to serve or not. And it was just all these things. And then my friends, I really only had one good church friend at the time who was just as safe as I was. So we both were kind of up in the air about it. And I had gone to my dad, TJ McBride, his church, his friend TJ McBride. He had a church out there. And I went there. It was far though, so it was hard, and I felt convicted. So I'm I need to be going to church, but I don't know. And so I found the Dream Center. William Murphy's church was where I had the first revival. But I'll say definitely it's helped me grow my faith. I think that was my first time, I guess, being outside, being away from my parents and not having to come home every day and being able to do what I wanted. And I think I got kind of caught up in the freedom a little bit, and I had to stop myself and be okay, wait a minute, this is not you, this is not who you are. Think about when you go home, how are you then? And you know what I mean? So it's just, I think it was, like you said, helped you grow your relationship with God for myself, because I didn't have my mom or my dad watching over me or saying are you doing this, or did you pray this morning and all that. So I didn't have that anymore. So I think it did help me find my relationship with Lord on my own. Yeah.
I think freedom is a part of the process. I think we have to lean into it. But what I love about what you said is you realize okay, now this isn't who you are. It's that inner being, that still small voice, kind of tugging at you. What made you actually want to listen to that and not ignore it? Because now some of us, PKs, we ignore it and we be child,
I'll be all right.
Snooze.
I'll say I had a child snooze moment for I'll say a couple of months.
Okay.
Just because like I was super sheltered, and because of like when I was younger in school, I was bullied in school, like elementary school, so I didn't really have a lot of friends growing up, just because my parents that they were like, oh, you think you ought to have whatever. So I was always very isolated, and so this was one of the first times that I'd had a crew and a friend, and I didn't want to lose that, but in that I was sacrificing, my walk, kind of sacrificing my faith. So I think it was just like a moment where I looked up. I think, you know what it was? We were out, and my friend, she took a video of me. We were somewhere, and I just looked back the next morning, and I was like, how would you feel if your mom saw this video? Or how would you feel if your little sister saw this video? And it really convicted me, and I just was like, okay, like I gotta figure out a different way to adjust. And I mean, honestly, I was scared that like my friends wouldn't want to be around if I wasn't out with them, if I didn't want to party and all these things. But they embraced me, actually, and because they knew who I was and where I came from, and always did. And so they were like, yeah, we always thought like, that like, why is Krista whatever? But they embraced me, and they definitely loved me through it. And yeah, I'm on the other side of that now.
I love that, Chris.
Yeah.
I think so many people, and probably listening, has experienced that same moment of feeling like, I don't want to sacrifice my community, like, for my Christianity.
Yeah.
And it's like trying to find this balance of, how do I have both? Like, can I have both? Like, what, like, and I'm reminded of the scripture, like, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul, right?
Right.
So it's like, but when you have been isolated, we've had similar experiences, being sheltered, being isolated, growing up, you're longing for that.
Exactly.
You're longing for that sense of community.
And it's funny because I prayed for the Lord to like, Lord, help me, help my friend group adjust, or help my friend group, like, Lord, save all my friends.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because now all of them are coming to church with me, and all of them, and and so it's like this group thing now where it's like everybody is like, God's convicted them in different ways, and I'm seeing that, especially my best friend, because she didn't grow up in church, but she would come with us, but she kind of felt on the outside because she didn't know the culture, and she didn't know the shout, and didn't know the music and stuff. But I see like God working on her like actively, and so it's so beautiful that was able to be the result of what happened.
Yeah, I love that, Chris. I want to take it back to the beginning. Okay, so you said you were 11 when your parents heard the call to start Cali Worship, which is a phenomenal ministry in the San Fernando Valley. If you're in the area,
please come on out.
Come on. How did you feel? Because like they were already superstars. They're already, have a following, and to now pivot into like actually like stewarding a church is a whole thing.
Yeah, I think my first thought was, do y'all have time for this? Like, I don't, in between the like, when is the church thing gonna happen? In between the traveling and the studioing and the running the labelings and all these things. So, there's only 24 hours in a day. So I wasn't resistant. I was just like, okay, well,
like how this going
we'll see how it works, I guess. And I think my mom gets mad at me when I say this, but I really didn't feel like I grew up in church just because they work so much. And I'll say, like, I was in green room church, and I was at the church events where my mom was singing and stuff. And I mean, we did go to church. We were at Faithful Central, like, growing up. So we went there here and there. But they're so busy, so we weren't in church every Sunday. So that was definitely an adjustment to like, now living the life of like, okay, church is now actively a part of my life, and that was an adjustment. But it didn't feel bad or anything like that. It was cool, and I mean, I was young, so I don't know. I don't really remember having any issues with it, but it definitely was an adjustment. But I made friends from it. My cousins was coming to church with me, so it was cool. I was happy with it.
That's good. I like how you said, but I understand how she can be upset. I like how you said you didn't feel like you grew up in church.
Yeah.
You felt like you grew up in green room church. Because that's true. I mean, that's their occupation, right? Yeah. So you felt like, I'm at a church, but I know that we singing and we leaving. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not here every Sunday to serve, so it was just different for me. But it's not that I was unaware or anything like that, but it definitely was an adjustment. Definitely.
So how is it different now, right? You being a young woman, you now serving at Cali Worship actively, like, how does that feel?
I'll say, actually, I started serving on the praise team when I was, I want to say like 13, 14. And I was scared at first. My Auntie Jay, she kind of pulled it out of me because they would do like, Youth Sunday, and I was singing the youth praise team, I was singing the choir. But it was different, being up there and everything. And that was definitely an adjustment. But I think because I always loved to sing, I think it was a fun thing for me. And then I really feel like it helped me grow my relationship with God. I think there's like where I really like felt comfortable to start like actually worshiping, which is funny because I was on the stage, so you'd think it would be the opposite. But I think like when I was on that stage, like with the praise team, I feel like that's when I was feeling the presence of God the most. And it kind of like switched things for me and kind of knowing like how to get into the presence of God on my own. And so I'm grateful for that, very much so.
What did that actually feel like? Did you notice the distinction between like being in his presence and figuring out how to get there on your own?
Yeah, I think I really, because before it was like, okay, everybody worship, but I don't really feel nothing. That was the first time that I was like, oh, like, Lord's here. Like, he's here for real. I feel y'all. And I don't know. I think it was kind of funny. I was just playing music and like just try to pray and be like, thank you, Jesus. Here, yeah, I don't know. But I think, I don't know, being in worship, like I really just did what I did there, like sang those songs there, got on my knees and pray like I watched my mom and dad do. And he came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
He met you. And now you are literally... You've taken on the mantle, is what I'm going to say. I like, because it really is a mantle, Chris.
It is.
It's a mantle. It's a calling. It's very purposeful to literally lead young adults to revival through your ministry, Shout Revival.
Got my shirt on today, actually.
Holy moly. First of all, you did Shout ATL.
Yes.
You just completed Shout LA.
Yes.
You're traveling with this thing.
Yeah, that's the goal.
And it's so needed, Chris.
Thank you.
Hear me when I say, this is needed, like 100%. There are so many young adults that are confused, that don't know how to even tap into their prayer life. They don't even know how to get into the presence of God. And so for you to literally say, okay, God, I see this need. I surrender. You know, you and your friend coming together to say, let's just make this happen.
Yeah.
That's literally all he needs is your yes, right? Like, you don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know how it's going to go. You just got to be willing. And because you were willing, like, God has literally, you've had 2 of these things, and they have literally been going viral on my timeline, Chris.
Really?
This Shout LA, I was in New York for work, mad that I couldn't be there, but I was streaming, and I was literally like, yo, this is like, I'm like chills.
And I mean, I was nervous in the beginning when we did the first one. So I'm like, are people gonna come? Like, this is gonna be a thing? Like, really? And I don't know. I think, well, my mom, she obviously helped me, like, you know, with the promotion stuff or whatever. So we did all the things, but I was just scared that, like, you know, I don't know if people wouldn't come. They don't really know me like that. I don't know. But the turnout was great, and I think it's just like leaning on my friends and stuff. And I mean, we're all in the AUC, so they all kind of helped me spread the message. And people came out, and it was really, really good. And I was really encouraged by that. And so I'm glad it started. With me and my friend Nakaya Moffitt. She goes to Clark, and we've known each other since high school, and we ended up being roommates. And honestly, this is the top of last year, and this year actually, top of this year, and we were fasting, and we both had this idea, and I think we were just kind of talking about like our need for revival, really, and what we wanted for ourselves spiritually, and we came up with this idea, and it was really this big thing. We planned Shout ATL and Shout LA in the same night. Like, it was, we were really, really excited about it. And God, like, really just put it on our heart. And I'm so glad that people have had the response that they have, because this is really what I wanted, especially with the one last night. Like, everyone was laying out slain, and just, like, people was laying hands to each other, praying. And it was just really, really, really good.
It was revival. You know how we hear about, our parents would tell us, like, oh, we need a tent revival.
Yeah.
I feel like that is literally the mantle, but in modern day form.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's going to take on that shape. It doesn't have to look like what Azusa Street looked like. It doesn't have to look like anything else other than what God wants to do, you know, through Shout Revival. And that's so amazing, Chris. I love that you said that you got God literally downloaded to you in one moment.
Yeah.
I don't think we realize enough that when God is speaking, it doesn't take this long journey for us to, like, literally, when we give him our yes, it's like strategy.
Yeah, and things definitely fell into place. Like, we went to Bishop Murphy when we first had the idea, sat down with him, and I didn't know how I was going to feel, because I mean, I don't know him super well. But when I did come, he was super kind to me, very welcoming. But he actually told me in that moment, he was like, it's so crazy because we're in between youth leaders and we really needed something like this.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And so he was like, yeah, and I'll let y'all do this in exchange. Just be on the lead team, the team for the youth. And I was like, okay, cool.
Wow.
And things really just all fell into place, like, super easily. People were there. The singers came together so easily. And I mean, these are people that I met over like my college experience, but everyone just gelled together so well. And it was great. And I knew that it was something that God had ordained for us to do.
I love it. I absolutely love it. What are some of the upcoming cities that you're thinking about?
Well, and not in any kind of official capacity, but we want to go to Orlando, Houston. But I think as of like currently, we'll probably do another one in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because that's where we're headed back to for school and everything. So once like, everyone's done with that, then we'll be able to travel and do more things. But all over the U.S. really is where whatever churches want to have us.
Yeah.
Whatever churches want to have us, that's where I want to go.
Honestly, and churches should be literally opening doors all over the U.S. because it's so needed. It's such a need for this generation. Because a lot of people aren't being raised the same way we were raised. A lot of people aren't being forced to have to go to church, right? And I say forced because we were voluntold.
Yeah.
Like, let's just keep it 100.
Yeah.
We were voluntold. We didn't have a choice. You're going.
That's funny.
Take your shower. You're going against your will. But we needed that because that is what literally instilled in us those principles,
train up a child.
Hello.
Like literally. Because I think that is what saved me when I was in college. Because it's like, I'm thinking about the fact that, dang, it's Sunday. Or I'm seeing the Cali Worship live stream pop up on my phone. And it's like, I can't just sit here and not do nothing.
We can't not do nothing, and we have too many people that's gentle parenting when we don't need. You can't gentle parents when it comes to their soul and how their soul needs to prosper.
Because the devil's after them too.
The devil is not gently doing anything
at all.
He is fervently attacking.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And so I think this is spot on. I want you to know, I am supporting you 100%. We here at the PK Potter is supporting you.
Thank you.
And I really want to, and I just feel led to do this in this moment. I want to sow into Shout Revival like 100%.
Thank you.
This is not planned. I want to sow into the ministry, but I also want to sponsor a flight for somebody whenever your next one is. If it's in Atlanta, whomever, we can do some type of contest, maybe have them follow your page. You pick somebody. I want to cover the airfare if they're not local to the Atlanta region for somebody that really is desiring more, like desiring more of God, that really wants to be a part and is looking for an outlet and just feels like they're not local to the city. Like, because when I tell you, Chris, this thing is about to blow. It's already blowing, but it's going to supersede what you have even thought or imagined. And I want to be able to help somebody have that encounter with God because it's so important at this age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that.
Thank you.
And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to make that happen because I really believe in what you're doing and what you're building. And I'm here for you. I'm praying for you. I'm rooting you on.
And thank you for having me on. This here is helping because people are going to hear more about it. I got my shirt on so people can see.
Yes, merch.
All the stuff. Yeah, there's merch. Well, we only sold exclusively at the events, like for those cities. But if you come, you get a shirt.
Yeah.
If you come, you get a shirt.
If you come to the event, you get your merch and you get to rock it in all of the ways and it gets to be amazing. So make sure that y'all are supporting Shout Revival, follow all the socials and all the things. So I want to talk about dating.
Okay.
Because we're girls. Tea time in the sanctuary. All right. Krista, obviously you're gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Obviously you're talented. Obviously you're the whole package, right?
Oh.
So, but it's college.
Yeah.
And the dating pool is trash.
I didn't want to say that, but most of the guys are looking for one thing.
And one thing only.
Yeah, and that's not really the timing I'm on. So the dating pool for me has been a little bit dry.
Yeah.
I'll say, though, I definitely, because I watch my parents and my grandparents, obviously I have a desire, a strong desire to be in a relationship, but to have that connection with somebody. But I also wanted to be in God's timing. Yeah. And so there was points where I was like, want another boyfriend, and there'll be guys that I meet that kind of like me, but then it kind of doesn't work out. And it was always kind of those situations. So I think, honestly, and I'll say, like, back before I was in college and I was crying to the Lord about some guy or something, and he was just like, why is my love not sufficient for you? And I was like, ooh, I'm sorry, Lord, you're right.
That's good.
And I think I'm in a season now where I'm growing as a person. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do musically. I'm trying to figure out where my life is headed right now. And I think whoever he that findeth his is, he gonna find when it's time for him to find. So I think that's just kind of what it is now, because I feel like with me personally, if I hold on to it, it becomes to be a problem for me. So I just waiting on the Lord. Wait on the Lord to whoever sends him. wherever wherever that guy is. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if he's listening,
hey boo,
what qualities are we looking for?
I would say
Or let me ask this first. What are your like red flags? Like
Red
absolutely
flags?
do not pass go.
Okay, first red flag is if not saved. I guess that's the first red flag. Second red flag, I think I need somebody who's emotionally intelligent, because I'm very much that way, and I'm very introspective, and and I'm definitely like the I won't say I'm the therapist friend, because not always, but definitely I'm the friend who's the mediator and the first friend who's gonna be like, okay, well, why did this happen? You know what I mean? So I need somebody who's able to be understanding of that. It wouldn't hurt if they were tall. I guess that's not the biggest deal, but it would be nice.
Shout out to all the short kings. However,
no shade, short kings.
Lord, lift them up where they belong.
Please, because I need someone to talk. Because I need someone to make me feel like I'm small but petite, even though I'm not. You know what I mean? I need that.
Curvy is in. First of all, curvy is in. So, period.
But I mean,
tall and taller.
In all seriousness, though, yeah, I don't really have super big preferences. I guess somebody who is in the same field as I am. I've always loved that. I mean, I'm trying my hardest to not idolize my parents' relationships very hard, because they textbook.
They are textbook.
And my dad's ruined it for me, thinking that I could go out there and find a musician who's going to be loyal. But he's ruined it for me. But
it's going to be hard to find, Chris.
Exactly, that's what I've heard. So that's what I'm saying. I'm just going to wait on the Lord to send him, because trying to look is it's not working.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you have a great blueprint. So I understand it's same field.
Yeah. That's difficult.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
But there's nothing my God cannot do.
Amen. Do it for me, Lord. Do it for me.
He's going to do it. He absolutely has to do it. Okay, so that's the dating tea.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I want to know, did you feel like you had a tougher PK experience than Zay or Rosie? Do you feel like they get to do more fun things, or like, did you have the freedom to have the balance of like, all right, I get to go to my school's dances or hang out with friends, and then
it ended up that way.
Okay.
But at first, no, I felt like they would get to be more freer to me. Even I'm thinking about like little stuff, not more so PK stuff, but just, and really I won't do my brother just because he's the only boy in the house, and that's a whole different thing. But my little sister, however, there's just certain things that they let her do earlier than I was that I was a little bit salty about. I wasn't allowed to get hair in my head until I was 13 years old. She getting braids and all types of stuff. I couldn't get nails. Like, there's certain things that I just like they didn't want me to do. But I think also the way my mom explained it to me is when I was first born, that's their first child. So they thinking, I got to do this, I got to do that, But the more you have more kids or whatever, she realized, okay, this thing's not that deep and that thing's not that deep. So I can't really get mad or compare.
Yeah.
But no, I will say, like, I'm the most like high-strung sibling, so I worried about it more than they did. So they're more chill. So it was like, they not as stressed as I am. But no, it wasn't from my parents so much as like my own self of like, I gotta be this way, I gotta be that way, people watching me. But they definitely have an easier growing experience just because they've allowed themselves to be more easygoing about it and be like, I am who I am, I'm here, like I'm gonna serve, whatever, and be myself and be kind or whatever. But I don't necessarily have to be like, Miss Cali worship all over the place. You know what I mean?
100%.
But I don't know, I feel like I might have to be that way just because I've now put myself out front and everything. So I feel like I need to be personable and be out there and all that stuff. So I feel like it's different for me, and I've created a different, it's not a burden, but a different responsibility for myself.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna play this game. It's called This or That.
Okay.
It's who you have, basically. Like, some of these things are this or that, and some of those things like who do you have in the battle royale, right? Okay, so for example, the church Christmas play or a Broadway show?
Oh, well, that's an unfair question because I'm a theater kid, but
that's why I asked it.
I gotta say Broadway show. Well, okay, actually, them Christmas church plays was so much fun, though. Okay, I gotta say Broadway. I gotta go with my dreams.
You gotta go with Broadway?
Yeah, but I mean,
that's a hard one.
That's a hard one. I don't want to say that though. Oh God, because they're two different things. I think like it's a community church experience, fun, stressful. We got to get this right thing, and then Broadway is like
iconic.
Shining lights. Oh my God, I want to get there so bad.
Yeah.
But you know what? For sake of argument, I'll say church play.
Let's say church play.
I'll say church play.
We like it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try to ease it up on you.
Okay.
Let me give you some artists.
Okay.
and then you tell me.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
I'm in
okay.
trouble,
Are you
Jazz.
ready? I'll start easy.
Okay.
Lizzo or Naomi Rain?
Okay. Oh God. Okay, let me tell you something. Because my stance on the secular music thing is wonky. Just because my dad got to start at death row, so they let me listen to secular.
This has nothing to do about secular or gospel. It's just I have compared them on purpose, but it's who you have. It's your choice. Your prerogative.
Naomi Rain.
Naomi Rain. Okay. I know the answer to this one, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Jill Scott or Tina Campbell?
Tina Campbell. I know.
We love it. I'm going to test your old soul.
Okay.
CeCe Winans or Anita Baker? Anita Baker.
I'm a real old soul, Jazz. I listen to all types of old music. I gotta say Anita Baker. I'm sorry.
That's your choice. That's your choice. That's your
I'm sorry,
choice.
Saints. I'm sorry.
They're two greats.
They
so
are.
You can't really go wrong with it. Okay. Vicki Winans or Patti LaBelle?
I just saw Vicky too. Oh my God. Vicky Winans. I just saw her before. I was so lit. I think Vicky.
Oh, that smile is just great. Okay. Kiki Wyatt or Tasha Page Lockhart?
Oh, why are you doing this to me, Jazz? Tasha.
Fantasia or Lena Bird Miles?
Now,
Nah, I'm really playing with fire.
Jazz!
I'm playing with
Jazz.
my block.
Okay. Literally. You know what though? Lena.
I'm really about to play. I'm really about to play with fire.
Lena.
You ready?
Okay.
Alex Isley or Joy Campbell?
Now what?
Two of my favorites.
Oh, why? Oh. Okay.
We can do a draw.
Can we do a draw? I was
We'll do a draw.
please.
We'll do a draw.
I love them both. But I mean, my Auntie Jay, that's like
Legend.
but she's also like one of my main musical influences, just of like how I write and like the melodies and stuff like that. Like I really, really, really pull from her, and even like some of her unreleased stuff. She's like, I'll give you that song, I'll give you this song. So like she's my foundation.
I love that.
She's my foundation for sure.
Shout out to Joy Star.
Love you,
We
Auntie
love
Jay.
you, Joy. This is a funny one. Yolanda Adams or Money Long?
Ooh. People say that looks.
Why do they look alike, Chris? Why do they look like?
Well, I'll say I know more of Yolanda's music, so I think I'll say Yolanda.
We like it. Her or Michaela?
Michaela, my friend, that's my boo.
sings
I was just talking to her yesterday. I gotta go with my girl. I gotta go with my Michaela. I got to.
Okay, lastly. Brandy or Kiara Shear?
I'm gonna say Brandy on that one. I'm a harmony head.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Brandy on that one.
You did good, Chris. Yeah. You did really,
did good.
really well.
Thank
you did
you.
really well.
Thank you.
There's no harm, no foul. My last question to you is, you literally are a producer.
Oh.
You are. I said what I said. You have been literally, when you have time, you post on social media.
Yeah.
You putting together music placements and singing, and it's like in a matter of seconds. Like, why are you baby dub? Like, you're literally baby dub. And it's like a fusion of that and Erica. And I just want to ask you, like, what can we expect from Krista Campbell, the artist? Like, what's to come?
Well, I'll say I can't give a specific any time frames or anything like that.
No
yet.
time frames, just...
But definitely soon. I would say expect a single. I'll say expect a single, just to start out, and we'll see where it goes from there. But definitely want to drop music. I'm working on a few different things, different ideas and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully by like sometime next year, there'll be a single for y'all to listen to.
I'm excited. Y'all heard it here first.
You did.
On the BK Pod.
You sure did.
I'm so excited. Chris, thank you for coming.
Of course.
Will you come back when you
Yes.
have music, and maybe we do like a live show or something?
Of course.
Like, have all the LA up in here.
I would love that.
We would absolutely love to do that. Before you leave, can you look at this camera and tell the listeners, encourage a PK, a music child, a young adult that is literally, they're hearing the voice of God telling them to do something in purpose, in ministry, but they are resistant because they don't know how, who, what, when, where, or how. Just encourage them.
Yeah. I didn't know how. I didn't know how to answer the call. I was resistant because I felt like I was going to fumble and stumble. So what I'll say is God gives you everything you need to be everything you need. What you need is already inside of you, and it'll surprisingly come out in the times when you need it the most. Stay in the presence of the Lord, stay in prayer, and what you need will come. But don't ignore the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Krista Campbell. She is just a one of a kind. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button because we need you to stay connected to all things the PK Pod.
Yeah.
But we also want you to follow Krista on all social media platforms.
So my Instagram is at the Chrissy, TheKrissC. For Shout, it's just Shout Revival. You'll find all information there or on my page.
Y'all heard it here first. Stay connected for the giveaway for the next Shout Revival. Yes. It's coming soon. We love y'all. Stay blessed.
Peace out.